With a record 5 finals appearances and 3 championships, the Pacers were the premier ABA dynasty. Their most memorable series, probably back in 1973, when Slick Leonard's Pacers were pushed to the brink of a 7-game championship series against Kentucky, a series which featured Hall of Famers Dan Issel, Artis Gilmore, and Louis Dampier. In Game 1 at Freedom Hall in Louisville, the Pacers trailed in the second half, but that's when Hall of Famer Mel Daniels took over, scoring on 5 straight field goals to finish with 20 points and 14 rebounds. That set up the always clutch Hall of Famer Roger Brown, who tied the game at 100 to send it into overtime, leading to an incredible shot by 72 playoffs MVP Freddie Lewis to clinch the game. Lewis had 29 points as Indiana won 111-107. Kentucky would take games 2 and 3, which set up a crucial Game 4 at the Indiana State Fair Coliseum. And things got heated early as Pacers forward Donnie Freeman and Colonels guard Rick Mount broke into a fight. And Slick Leonard was ejected from the game once the first half ended. 2 Pacers stepped up. Forward and Hall of Famer Gus Johnson took over as player coach, while Dr. Dunk, Darnell Hillman, was the star of the game, leading the Pacers with 17 points and 18 rebounds as Indiana won 90-86 to tie the series at 2-2. Next was Game 5 and the most pivotal moment of the series, late fourth quarter, with Kentucky leading. A Freddie Lewis 3 put the Pacers behind just 86-85. A defensive stop would give Indiana the ball back, giving a chance for Slick Leonard to call the biggest play of George McGinnis's career.
And the play he designed was for me. It was like a little underneath play where I was going to get a pick, come across the lane, try and get the ball, go up, either make the bucket or get fouled. And the play set up perfect, but I fumbled the ball, and I fumbled it out of bounds. So Kentucky had called timeout, and I remember walking back to the huddle and just thinking about how I had lost championship for the Pacers with about 5-6 seconds to go in the game. And, Slick talked in the huddle, and I don't remember hearing anything because I was so distraught about screwing up that play. But anyway, Kentucky got the ball at half court, and they threw it in, and for some reason in my mind, I saw that play developing. When the pass was thrown, I intercepted it, stole it, went in, made the bucket, and we won the championship. That's the greatest memory of my life.
And McGinnis's heroics gave Indiana the 90-86 win. Kentucky would take Game 6, 109-93, leading to a pivotal Game 7 in Kentucky. That's when Slick Leonard coached perhaps the most stellar game of his career, making 3 key decisions. Slick inserted Donnie Freeman into the starting lineup, who impressed with 15 points. Slick then brought Gus Johnson off the bench to limit Artis Gilmore to just 19. And Slick handed the keys to the offense to reserve Billy Keller, who helped find George McGinnis repeatedly in part of his 27-point performance. Indiana went on to an 88-81 victory, leading to this historic call. George McGinnis finished the finals averaging 22 points and 13 rebounds. It earned him playoffs MVP, but it was a group effort that helped get Indiana their 3rd championship 50 years ago. Now for more on that 73 championship team, we go back to Jeremiah Johnson.
This summer, the 50th anniversary of the Pacers' 3rd ABA championship. A great time to reminisce with Dr. Dunk, Darnell Hillman, who joins me now inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse. 50 years. Time flies when you're having fun. What do you think back to when you think about those glory days?
Well, I think about the guys that I played with. First of all, playing with 3 Hall of Famers and then having a Hall of Fame coach. That's pretty significant. And then the next thing is I'm always honored that after so long that we're still recognized and remembered. So this is a good thing.
That group was maybe the hunted because you'd already had a lot of success. Teams were probably gunning for you a little bit. What was it like going through that championship season specifically?
Well, every night we went out, we knew we were going to have a tough game. There was no exceptions. But one of the things I liked about our team, everybody at some point during the ball season is going to get a hot hand. And we shared the basketball. So if you had the hot hand that night, you got the ball 9 times out of 10 times down the floor. So you had an exciting ball game, and it was always a pleasure because our main objective was just to win the game and win some leads.
That's right. You're here at a Pacers game, and you're still wearing some of that championship hardware.
Can't leave home without it, man. It's one of my signs that I really enjoyed the time that I had playing basketball, and this certainly shows the accomplishments that we did.
As we stand here, we're in front of a photo of Slick Leonard, your coach. You think back to some of the lessons and the moments that you were able to share together. What stands out?
He always believed in us being a team. If we lost the ball game, the entire team lost the ball game. It wasn't just on the last shot or somebody missing a shot. We've had an opportunity to win the game earlier, and we just didn't take advantage of it. So one of his things that he pushed was, we've got to be a team. So on the floor and especially off the floor. So we knew when a guy had a headache and wasn't feeling good that night and just really didn't have it, we'd take up the slack and make up the difference for him. So I was really, that's one of the big things I really missed about the guys not being around now.
Slick's a Hall of Famer, it feels like, over the last few years, and maybe it was some recognition that it was well overdue, but the ABA teams, some of those players and coaches are getting a lot of recognition finally. It does make you feel good finally to see some of that happen.
Well, definitely. If you look at the game now, you know, the NBA has changed its style of play. And until the leagues got together, the NBA was pretty much half court set up, run it into the big man. Now they're wide open playing the way the ABA used to play, and anybody that has a desire and the heart can get on the floor, has a shot at it. So really like that.
We know that fans, when you're here, they just want to shake your hand, get your autograph, take a photo. How nice is it to be back, and how are you enjoying your retirement from your day job that you had here for so many years after your playing days?
Well, I'm really enjoying the retirement part of it. All I do is watch cowboy movies all day long, and, you know, a chance to come back here every once in a while. I hear the national anthem being played, you know, the adrenaline starts running. It's like, man, I don't have my shoes on. I got to get suited up. Then I realize, man, that game is way past you. It's time to get on out of here.
Darnell Hillman helped the Pacers to a championship. A couple of them, but 1973. Happy 50th anniversary.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.